I would rather my son to bury me before I gotta bury him. He's only 4 years old. He didn't even live his life. He didn't even get to live his life.
On March 6, 2023, Ebony Davis dropped off her 4-year-old son, Michael Bragg Jr., at 2117 the Oaks Boulevard in Kissimmee, Florida, to spend time with his father, 32-year-old Michael Sr. She intended to pick him up the following afternoon to go to the Central Florida Fair. However, she would never get the chance. Around 9 a.m. on March 7th, sadly, Jr. was found unconscious with a discharge wound between his eyes. An off-duty Kissimmee police officer at HCA Florida Osceola Hospital observed a silver Chevrolet Camaro arrive outside the emergency room and a woman exit the vehicle running to get assistance from medical personnel. The sergeant approached the vehicle and observed the unresponsive child with a facial wound being removed. The child was rushed into the emergency room. Officers responded to the hospital at 9:48 a.m. after receiving reports about the child being wounded. Heartbreakingly, Michael Jr. was pronounced gone in a trauma room a short time later. Simultaneously, detectives with the KPD Criminal Investigations Division arrived on scene at the home on Oaks Boulevard.
I see the kids before run around the community, but are never true to the person because it's very new, moved to the house. I have 14 grandchild running one away in the community, and the more scary for me is the police quiet in the investigation, not say nothing to the nephew.
I don't feel as safe as I used to. You know, I used to come here and just chill and hang out.
Eugenia Santiago says she's worried for her kids' safety.
My kids are always outside playing, you know, with my dad. So God forbid that would have been a stray bullet or something. So it is definitely really scary.
As the investigation began, police learned that there was also a female witness in the home at the time. That individual told officers they were asleep when suddenly they were woken up by a discharge sound and found the 4-year-old wounded near a wheelchair. When detectives interviewed Michael Sr., he changed his story several times. First, the man who said he was asleep at the time of the incident and the witness initially claimed not to know how it happened as there were no firearms in the home. They were both transported to the Kissimmee Police Department to be further interviewed. Michael Sr. soon changed his story, saying that his friend kept firearms there. He ultimately confessed to owning firearms for protection. He stated that the firearm had a laser sight attached to it and that he told the woman to put it in the laundry room of the house that same day. The unnamed woman also later admitted to knowing there were 2 firearms in the home. Junior's mother, Ebony, received a call from a detective requesting that she come to the local police station. She later claimed that she was unaware that there were firearms in the home.
I asked them where my son was. The detective told me he didn't know. But when I got there, they told me my son passed away.
Following his multiple story adjustments, Michael Sr. was arrested and charged with possession of firearm and ammunition by a convicted criminal and was issued a $50,000 bond. However, the man who was already on bond in relation to a previous unrelated case which had to do with fleeing and eluding was then ordered held without bond. A police affidavit indicated that 2 firearms were found in Michael Sr.'s home, a .22 Glock and a 9mm high cap mag, which had been recovered from a suitcase near the front door. A red fluid believed to be blood was found on the Glock. Officers also noted that they had found a large amount of blood and an intact firearm round in the living room. Additionally, police allegedly recovered a cell phone video of someone waving one of the firearms with a laser sight. Michael Jr.'s grieving family and friends held a candlelight and balloon vigil in his honor on March 10th. They gathered near the intersection of South Texas Avenue and Americana Boulevard and consoled each other as they reminisced on the child's short but happy life. Ebony recalled waking up every morning to hear Jr. expressing how much he loved her. The mother was devastated that he didn't get to live his life. They released balloons symbolizing the child's soul leaving Earth.
Tears streaming down Ebony Davis's face. Visible pain known only to a mother faced with burying her own child.
He's gone. And I'm used to waking up to him every morning and him telling me, Mommy, I love you so much.
He was very irresponsible and would be careless to, an hour or two with your child. We never know that. We never expected for this to happen.
I would rather my son to bury me before I gotta bury him. He's only 4 years old. He didn't even live his life. He didn't even get to live his life.
A GoFundMe page has also been set up to assist with Jr.'s funeral and burial. The fund's description stated that Jr.'s presence and his smile would light up the whole room. The link can be found in the description of this video. May the family and friends of Michael Bragg Jr. find solace in the happy memories, and may his soul rest in perpetual peace. Thank you.